Well, hello there, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Since the last episode, I've been doing a lot of work. I sort of got into the rhythm of things and, well, digging dirt, digging sand, placing dirt. It's not too interesting, and I did a few clips of that last episode. But all in all, I have done quite a lot. Let me get up in the air and show you a little bit more. And now you're starting to get a little bit of a picture of what I was trying to show in the last episode. This is still on phase 2 or whatever, but you are starting to get the shape of the terrain here, and of course I have to add in the cliff underneath here. For now this is all dirt and some places starting to grow with grass. But the next step is to add in the details and terrain, trees and stuff like that. And as for where I got all this dirt underneath here, I've done quite a lot of digging, as you can see. Now much of the work I'm going to do in this episode is what I'm doing now, and as I mentioned when I was starting, there's not too much entertainment or video quality provided by that. So before I continue with this, I'm going to head back to spawn and show you a little trick I've been thinking of for a while. First, I need something I haven't gathered yet in this world, and I know I find it down in this cave. It's not too far from spawn. You see? Ooh, bit scary. Dripstone. He just keeps spinning. I'm not too worried. As you can see, shooting underwater isn't easy. Ooh. No! There's the thing I need. Dripstone. Oops. I also need some of the dripstone blocks. Right, so we are back here, familiar surroundings, and I was thinking about showing you a trick. And this is all about converting block in Minecraft, and that's a huge rabbit hole, so I wasn't sure how far I was going to do this, but this is all about this water source. Ooh. Don't mind me, I'm a professional. Anyways, this is all about this water source block. Look at it, it's magnificent where it is hovering in between these fences. So what I'm going to do, without moving it by hand, I'm not going to pick it up with a water bucket, I'm not going to break it or anything, I'm going to turn this into clay. Now I was mentioning a rabbit hole because I was considering how I was going to show this and explain this and all that, and there is so many different things you can make out of nothing in Minecraft. So I'm going to limit it down, but what we start with is to turn this into smooth stone. Well, stone with lava. Like that. Simple. This is still the water source block we started with, only now it's turned into stone. Right, so next step on the journey, without moving it, picking it up or anything, I'm going to turn it into moss, like so. And remember, this is still the water source block we started with. So for the next little bit here, I'll need to make a big tree and turn it into podzol. So from podzol you can get all the different dirt variants, But I'm going to do this without picking up this block. This is still our water source block we started with. So this next bit is very simple. I have to make it into a path block, like so. And now I have to turn it into a dirt block, and that's just putting whatever block on top of it. Next part, I make it into mud with a water bottle. And now we are almost done. This is the last bit, and this is what we need a dripstone for. I need to make so. And the funny mechanic in the game is that this will drain. You see, when there is water blocks above the block that the dripstone is connected to, water drips from it. But there is not water block there, it is this mud block, which is a wet block. So what it does is, after a while, this is going to turn into clay. With editing that didn't take too long, but in real time it was about 5 minutes or so. So yeah, that is how you can turn water into clay. And I never picked that block up. It's still the same source block I had in my bucket from the start. Now with redstone contraptions, you can make this fully automated. Having a look over here at my moss farm, it uses some of the mechanics that I use now. You see underneath here there is a dispenser that goes in the moss blocks over here. It dispenses bone meal into that, which turn all these stone blocks around here into moss. And stone blocks are made directly underneath here, where lava blocks is falling down on water source blocks. And a row of pistons pushes it out here. And when the piston pushes the block through the moss blocks breaks and get caught in this water stream and go down into the chests here. With a very elaborate contraption with pistons pushing blocks around and stuff like that, you can make all the process from water source blocks all the way into clay blocks. When preparing for this episode, I was starting to list all the different blocks you could get from basically nothing. You only needed a little bit of bone meal and moss and water source and stuff to get started, and after a while it was renewable. Remember, you can bone meal moss to get more bone meal, so you can make an automatic bone meal farm from that, which could be connected to the contraptions. So it's all about how much work you want to put into it. If you need a lot of it, it is worth making a farm that make it for you. But if you just need a little bit, say you need a little bit of clay, but there isn't anything nearby, you have drained out what is in the rivers, or you play in a sky block world, this is how you can get to it. Anyways, I'm going to head back to the island and do some more work on the terrain there and bring you back in. So, after a lot of work, I'm glad to say I'm not done yet. But I have done quite a lot. The cliff all along here is, the shape of it is done. I really like how this is turning out. And of course, as I mentioned, this is just the shaping part of this landscaping. I am going to add in textures in the future. I did finish the cliff all the way along here, and I started to add in where the path is going to be, as I mentioned in the last episode. So while working on this episode, I wasn't sure how much I was going to do. I figured this was a good place to round it off, then I can edit it and get it up on this Saturday, and it's about 2 weeks since the last video. I think this is pretty good. I am going to continue. I got in the groove at some point, building terrain like this, so when I get in the groove I can get a lot of things get done. But this is pretty decent for this episode, and I can start working on the next one. And lastly, in the boat that was here, I found this treasure map, which also happened to be right here, so I have built terrain above where it is. It is underneath this rock. I haven't dug it up and had a look at it yet, but I figure I can do this on camera. Here it is. Ah, lovely. Good stuff. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.